Welcome back. Whew, excuse me. But yeah, after 3 weeks, we're ready to jump back in the Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 here. Last we left off, we'd saved the day in the main campaign, managed to subdue all 5 giant creatures, and now we're off to check out the DLC. Fursuiters always have stickers to give out. I feel like a lot of people have stickers. That feels like it's like a fairly easy thing to have and probably fairly cheap to make. That you could probably make that your little thing that you have on the table, right? You know how when you go to certain conferences and the companies will have like the tables and stuff set up where they'll have like little knickknacks for you to pick up, right? It could be stickers, sometimes pens, sometimes little pins. And sometimes they're like more esoteric things. Reminds me of like the days in college when they would have like the career fair. They would set that up in a place somewhere, and you would have like a whole day where companies would kind of just set stuff up, and they would have like a table, right? And the table would maybe have like a little display board of you know, what the company was all about, and they have like some representatives off to the side. And of course, there was also the stuff in the middle, right? That's the stuff that people would be looking for, you know, the swag, right? The swag, as some people would put it, right? At least that would be like part of the reason why I would go, right? I mean, obviously, I would be on the lookout for certain companies too, but certainly for anything that had like, you know, interesting stuff to pick up, I'd definitely be on the lookout for that too, right? Pens are always good, indeed. It's always good to have, especially, you know, writing implements. I feel like it's just useful to have because you never know when you need one. So good to have one on hand, and even better if you know, it's the low price of nothing. But I think my favorite practical thing I got from a job fair was like a little tote bag, right? I actually got a few tote bags, right? For some reason, like a number of companies had like tote bags that they had on their tables, so I was just like, yeah, you're right. I'll take a few of them, right? They lasted me for a while. I used them for my shopping for quite a bit. Eventually they wore out, but they certainly had their use. Plastic rucksacks I see a lot for swag. Ah. I can see how, right? It's a pretty good draw in both ways, right? It's a practical item that would draw people in, and then maybe people who are interested in the company might stick around, or especially charismatic folks might use that as an opportunity to tell people about their company. Okay. I got the cars. Let us head off to the airport. This is their one-stop hub to just adding all the DLC content. Alright, as you can see here, we got 4 realms we can travel to. And first up is the Acceleracing. So let's go here. Food for... oh, good for putting your dirty gym clothes in. You know what? Yeah, I can see that. Oh, wow. This is a fairly substantial world. It's got a good mix of events here, and challenges. Alright, well. Yep. We're in the Temple of Speed. Your moment has come. Hone your skills and reflexes to earn the trust of Teku and the Metal Maniacs. I'm sure for all the Acceleracers fans out there, that's probably music to their ears, isn't it? Alright. Let's start from the start. We're gonna pick a drift vehicle here and get out there. Do I have? There we go. I have an ultimate drift vehicle. All right, we're good. We're good. If I remember correctly, it's like just before the 2 appears where I want to hit accelerate, right? Something like that. admit, this is like a pretty cool looking place. Always gotta like a good sort of big globe style laboratory environment. Oh man. Got a little hitchy there. Oh, that's probably where I should have used my jump, huh? Alright, let's try that again. I guess true to the name, this track is all about the straightaways, huh? It's all about accelerating real fast. I might even say it's all about the acceleracing. Be drifting like you're sliding in the DMs. Yeah, we're swiping left, we're swiping right. I've heard dating sites these days are, like, actually not that advisable anymore, right? I know I've heard a number of success stories with people kind of successfully hooking up via dating sites, but I've heard these days it's not really that great anymore for that. Probably because everyone's already hooked up, so all you get is, like, everyone else. Right? The remainder of the people... Not to mention, I guess, years of just being worn down by dating sites like that has probably left a lot of people very wary about it. Maybe understandably so. That's not to say online meetups don't work out, right? They absolutely can. It's just like... websites specifically seem to be not advisable. Red flags for a lot of folk, I can imagine. Especially for certain people out there, right? Certain people who are desperate for other certain kinds of people. Sometimes you just meet, like, the absolute dregs of the internet. Alright, we're off to Driftmaster. You want us to go into a balanced vehicle? Alright, sure. Yeah, the sort that have ad accounts. Yeah, I guess that's one of the other tricky things about online stuffs. Like, all the people you interact with might just be like one person on multiple accounts. It's always a sobering thought sometimes. Dang, right. Okay, I only need 100,000 points. Oh wait. I like how it's always stylish. Let's do the stylish drifts here. Oh, ad is an After Dark. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, After Dark accounts, right. People who... There are some people who don't seem to have that limiter either, though, right? That's why horny on main is a phrase, right? Some people who are just, like, unashamedly kind of just pop off with whatever they're obsessed with. Although that does remind me of like the cons I go to. Right, they would have very specific like an hour threshold where that's where all the after dark stuff would start, right? The panels and all the other events happening would have that designation on there to let you know. Oh yeah, no, they're gonna be a bit raunchier here, so keep that in mind if you choose to go. Now, some of them were very obviously meant for that time slot, right? They would be talking about like certain games or certain series that make you think, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's not something you'd be able to talk about during the day, right? Not something you'd be able to talk about during like the regular hours. Alright, we're at a crossroads. This time attack, wait, which drifter? Okay. Oh yeah, and the night market for their adult dealers den. And there was the raves too. And toys. Yeah. Oh, this is a track I was on before. Now it's a time attack version. Jump! Jump around, jump up, get down, jump. I think there's like everybody in there too, right? It's like jump, everybody jump, something like that. Oh, no, we got this. We made time and then some. That's another one done. Alright, I'm guessing up is the main path. Got the two side paths here. Oh, they're challenges, alright. I gotta use rocket car and 3 races in the Acceleracing environment. Wait. Okay, so green is quick race. Orange is waypoint. Okay, I probably want to do this one first. Insert Van Halen jump. Yeah, there you go. Which one? Okay, rocket. Like this one. That's an eliminator race. So I want to have counted for that other mission. Oh, this one's got a switcher. Oh, we're going to be going through the corridors for this one. Alright. Should be interesting. I'm guessing there's like 2 very different tracks here, depending on which branch you decide to take. Oh, that's fun. Ooh, look at all that boost. Alright, so which slider says I go right. So I will go right. Ooh, yeah, look at me getting sick air from that little ramp. Good thing I didn't fly off the track there. Oh, wow. Barriers at the end of the boost lanes, that's insidious. I suppose it's a DLC track for a reason. Swingy thing too. I can see why a rocket car was recommended for this track. Oh man, it's definitely a track built for speed. You can really just let loose on the accelerator here. Moly. Oh, and this is where they converge, huh? These Acceleracing tracks really like having that turning obstacle, huh? Is that like a Hot Wheels staple? A little turning obstacle. I was wondering if I get to go right, and I will! Yeah! The tunnels are very read out. Oh, you know what? You're right. You certainly get like the zero-G racer feel from this, don't you? I see it. I see it. Man, I want to play a zero-G racing game in the future. I actually got like one in mind that I've been holding off of until I got my Live 2D debut. It's one called Ballistic NG, but people have had very good things to say about that, so I do want to jump into that and see what that's all about. Although I think I have like another Zoom Zoom game planned for after Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 that we'll probably get to first. Yeah. We'll probably revisit the world of Zero-G soon enough. Oh my god! Ah, I almost made it. That would have been a sick barrel roll onto the track had I made it. Ah well. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Man, I'm surprised I didn't lose after that. To think, this race lasted long enough that I could get 2 full laps around this track. On each part of the track, too. Alright, give me my rewards. You know, my XP and my coins. Got places to be, things to do. Once again, we find ourselves at a junction. Oh, this is just a rewards node. Sure, let's just pick it up. Alright, how's the challenge doing? Okay, 1 of 3. So we're at the right spot here. This is another Drift Master track. Let's see if this counts towards the challenge. Oh, it's another split track. Although this one's a different one. And it's not, like, randomly sanctioned off. Although I guess it kind of is because of the Dragon Flames, but you do have, like, a bit of a window where you can decide where you want to go. I wonder if there's, like, a side that would have been more conductive to a drift vehicle than the other. Oh well. I won't see that tonight. Here. Oh my god. You see this jump up ahead? Ah! That would be a thing that would have me screaming in real life. Okay, almost hit the target. There we go. Oh, I missed a checkpoint. Okay, didn't miss it anymore. I am curious as to what the multiplier cap mode is. It's got to be like something greater than 3, although it feels like building a multiplier greater than 3 is something that takes a lot of work. Probably a lot of skill too, which I probably don't have. Ah, we're almost at the end. There we go, that's another one done. Great Scott! I think I actually managed to pick up the Back to the Future car. You know what's really funny? Whenever I see the Back to the Future car mentioned these days, they always call it the Time Machine. None of them ever call it a DeLorean. I wonder if that's where we have to try to sneak around having to get, like, a DeLorean license or something, right? Because if they just call it a time machine, then they go, no, look, this is a time machine. It's not a DeLorean. It's legally distinct enough from a DeLorean That you can't try to claim that's a DeLorean, you know? Hey, another rewards node. I'll take that. Yeah, it'd be like trying to get ×6 or ×10 in Forza, right? When you got like that one mission where you gotta build up like a certain number of skill points. Yeah, no, I remember those. That was a nail biter. Okay, let's try this one. Let's try a balanced one. A little time trial here. I feel like each Forza game always has like that one region where it's like pretty easy to get yourself a high multiplier if you really want. And incidentally, it's like all about like getting the big wreckage scores and the drift scores and everything like that, right? Like in Forza Horizon 3, you had that one farm. And Forza Horizon 4, you know, you just like pick most open fields and you're probably pretty good. And Horizon 5 had like any sort of desert area. Usually good there, right? As long as you had the place with like a lot of cacti that you could run into. That way you could also get like the cacti special skill bonus. I'm sure Forza Horizon 2 and 1 also have like their good skill point spots. I am not having good luck with these gorilla doors this track. Yeah, the smack this skill. I was trying to remember what the name was. Thanks. Smack this. Probably should enjoy it while we have it. I have a feeling it won't show back up in Forza Horizon 6. Oh yeah, fruit salad if you hit a roadside stand. Oh, it was like Forza Horizon 5 that changed, was it the taking out the trash skill into Basurero because Mexico, right? Gotta throw a little Spanish in there, I guess. Okay, is this enough to satisfy it? Yep, it is. Get that. I can go accept the other one about racing rocket cars in the quick race, which we will start here. Okay, let me get my rocket car. You know, I'm curious, did Acceleracers ever have like an animated series? Or like movies even? If it's like a more story-centric line, I almost go like this wood shop, right? It's like how Lego Ninjago and Bionic will have like a number of specials, right? I'm surprised if there was like a Hot Wheels Accelerator series or something out there. Yeah, wrong number for phone boxes. I think Forza Horizon 3 had one specifically for hitting a giant banana, right? Because there's like one stand or something that had like a giant banana fixture, and it took some kind of effort to actually reach and knock down, but if you managed to do so, they had like a special skill for that if you managed to hit it. missed a checkpoint. Oh no. What? No, I went through the checkpoint. Alright, fine. This is what it takes for it to count. Like the nutshot skill in Saints Row. That was also very on brand for Saints Row. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna hit the other door down. As well. The third door down that I've hit. I'm about to go crazy. I hope you'll still call me Superman. I know there were like certain other games that, even if they didn't acknowledge a nutshot directly, they still had like a special animation for if you like shot someone in the crotch. Right? Yeah, obviously like go and hold it. Ah! Right, because yeah, that would like super duper hurt. Actually, wasn't there like one of the Saints Row that had that like version of sort of like a wave mode, right? I think it was like Saints Row the Third that had like the Horde mode. Although they spelt it differently because, well, Saints Row, but specifically like waves of things that you did, and each wave would have a different objective, and you know, the objective would be to try to complete as many waves as you can under increasingly difficult conditions. Yeah, it did. I thought so. I thought that was like fun for a bit or two. I always wondered if they would expand upon it, but they really didn't. Which is fine. Maybe it's fine as just being its own side mode and not like a thing that sort of dominates the game itself, right? Alright, that's 1 of 3 for this challenge. Probably like... Yeah, there's 2 more quick race nodes. Where are they at? Okay. Yeah, there's one over here, and then one over here. Alright. I think this is manageable. I saw another challenge up there. Pretty far off. Don't have to worry about that one too much. Yeah, giant Saints Flow cans and stuff. Yeah, some of them had like pretty ridiculous scenarios. I think I remember one that was specifically like overpowered or something. They put you in a tank, right? A tank versus a bunch of infantry things, and they're like, wow, this doesn't seem remotely fair. For them, of course, right? Obviously for you, it was just like a bit of catharsis. Yeah, a bit like Trevor's Rage mode. You know, I still have not played the Grand Theft Auto 5 campaign. In fact, I don't think I've actually like touched Grand Theft Auto 5 at all. It's kind of funny to think about when you see like so many people sort of play it like at some point or another. Right, either single player or multiplayer, but I have not touched either half of it. I feel like the only way I'd go into the multiplayer is that they had like some sort of multiplayer RP thing going, and I was part of it. And single player I'd probably only do if I was able to mod it and just like make it all silly and stuff. And since GTA 6 is not coming out for a few months still, I guess I'll probably have a bit of time to play it. Right? Although the thing is, I got like so many other games coming up that I want to check out too, right? Like in addition to like the regular games on the schedule, I also want to check out like the Hitman 2016 and Doom 2016 for their 10th anniversaries, you know? I feel like things are going to be pretty busy for a bit. Might not be till summer that maybe I might consider something like that. Yeah, GTA 5 is one of those few games that's seen itself through multiple console generations. Like, that came out on the PS3 and 360 first, right? You think about what it's been through, right? It's gone through like a whole generation. It's seen Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, and you know, PlayStation 4, and now we're at like the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and Switch 2 era. And depending, right? It might still live long enough to see the next one. In fact, I think even if GTA 6 does come out before the next generation of consoles come out, it'll still probably get re-released because, well, it's been a mainstay GTA for a while now. It would be foolish not to. Okay, this one's a time attack. This one wants a rocket car, so I'll take a rocket car. Chaos mod is fun in GTA. I have seen some streams with the Chaos GTA mod, and they are indeed fun. That might be fun to do for like a goof here and there, right? Do something with like a little bit of a community vote to influence the game one way or another. It's like a bit of sanctioned bully, you know? That's always a fun time. Ah! Oh, I made it. Off the track. Okay, well, hopefully that little wipeout won't cost me too much. I mean, I could restart. I feel like the targets on this difficulty are generous enough that I've seen some people do like Minecraft Chaos as well, and that's also fun. Honestly, most things involving Minecraft is usually a good time, but Minecraft just being like as heavily moddable as it is, obviously someone could create like the RNG mod for it. I've also seen like some other games kind of do a thing with this app that's like called crowd control, where users can like, you know, get these crowd control coins and spend them to influence the game in various ways. Like I saw someone play Balatro with like a crowd control mod, right? And you could do things like deal them certain cards or change the score targets mid-round, or like give them certain jokers or take certain jokers away from them. That was always a wild time. Okay, this is a waypoint race. Alright, so I probably want like an off-road vehicle. Or maybe heavy duty? Yeah, let's go with heavy duty. Finger Pyramid of Evil. Right. Your best Gendo Ikari pose. Yes. I want to do something like that in the future, though. I do want to try something like a crowd control. Oh, Jesus, stream. I'd probably do it for like either Balatro or Plants vs. Zombies. I saw someone do Plants vs. Zombies, and that was a fun time, too. As Mr. Burns would say, excellent. I feel like the way this Acceleracers lab is set up, you already have like sort of a natural pathway kind of set up here. Not too much in the way of grief. Oh man. It's okay, it's okay. I wonder if there's a track that would have taken us to that spot. If not, I'm sure there's a custom track that would have taken us to that spot. Try to take any unnecessary falls here. Okay, we're going back on the upper levels. Oh, I think they want me to do a jump. Alright. How's that? Oh man, this Mega Rex sure was up to no good. Man, they're making us dance all around this area. 20 seconds to go, only 2 checkpoints. I think I'll be okay. One hell of a commute to work. Could you imagine? Oh man. Sure would be a sign of arriving to work when you enter like the mountain, right? You enter the mountain and go into like the inner mountain lab. It's like, ah yeah, I'm almost here. This reminds me of, I think it was like in Spyro 2. There was that one task where you had to escort this one guy from like point A to point B. But the thing is like, if they took the straightforward path, the thing would be done in like 2 seconds. So instead, what the guy does is just like take this most meandering path around this open area. It probably made a lot more sense if it was on PlayStation, but when I was playing like the Reignited Trilogy version of it, I'm just sitting there going, get on with it already! Oh my god! It's right there. Did you see the score targets for this Drift Master event? It was like 13,000 and then 100,000. Did they really expect this to be really, really difficult to score drift points on? And even then, if the regular goal is ridiculously small, why is the Unleashed goal still the same amount it usually is? I mean, I know it's like easy difficulty and all, but still. There we go. Target met. That, aw, dang, I hit the wall. But it's fine, we have hit the target. Man, I've seen this track a lot. So many times. Then again, each DLC pack only has like 5 pre-made tracks. So it's probably not surprising that you'll start finding some tracks familiar. There's another elimination. Oh wait, which Swift? They want us to have a Swift vehicle. Alright, I can do that. Also, I've always wondered, what is that thing in the middle? I'm sure it's like very important to the Acceleracers lore, but I'm not too familiar with that. At least for me, it looks like, you know, your typical mystical gyroscope thing that houses a really cool thing in the center. Which I suppose is enough. this one has the stock boost system. All the other cars I've been doing have had the meter boost, and I've gotten a bit too used to that. I thought I could like just aerial maneuver my way onto the track, but it looks like the side swipe thing doesn't quite work mid-air. Oh my god, I got hit by the thing. I thought I could jump over it, but nope. You know, I'll just say, this track is like pretty good at taking up and down and all around, but really utilizing this environment to its full potential. You even get the race on the ceiling for a short minute there. I dig it. So how's everyone with like big thrill rides? Random question. I feel like this is about as close as I want to get to it, right? I think recently I went to an amusement park with my brother, sister-in-law, and nephew, and one of the rides we went on was like a giant swing. I felt like even that was like a bit much for me. I had to close my eyes every time we were going down just to keep it together. And when they asked if I wanted to get on a roller coaster, I was like, hey, you know what? Y'all can have your fun on the roller coaster. Right? Your uncle's gonna be over here on the side cheering you on. Looked like one of those aircraft tugs. Yeah, another event in the books. Roller coasters for the win. Yeah. I mean, imagine the good ones are probably really good for those who enjoy a thrill. Right, here's another time attack. Wait, which car? Rocket. Alright. I got the vehicle for this. I have an ultimate vehicle in every class, so pretty good to go. It is. Oh. Oh, right it is, I guess. Okay. It's like the factory. Oh, I guess we're going right now. Wait. Didn't we do a time attack at this place already? Or is that like another thing? Maybe we did an eliminator in like a regular race, but we didn't quite do the time attack yet. Ah! First time I run into that rock thing. There's one here that's a vertical drop into a hole in the ground. Oh man. I bet that must be a thrill and a half. Holy moly. Too early there. Come on, you can do it. Hopefully all this time loss won't cost me. Oh my god. I'm hitting everything. What is wrong with me? It's okay. Still think I got this. I got about 15 seconds to hit the finish. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Whew, we're good. We're good. We're good. Alright, what's next? Wow. We're at what I assume to be the climactic race, considering it's at the base of the mystical gyroscope thing. Check out this vertical. Yeah, but I have a task that wants me to do rocket, so I'm gonna stick with rocket. Jump is taking us right into the artifact thing. We're gonna jump through it? Oh. Okay. And of course I didn't land on the track. Perfect. Off to a great start. That's okay, I can make this up. It's early enough in the race. As you go over, the voiceover says, "Don't look down." See what they did there. Looks great at night. The hole has smoke coming out. Ooh, that certainly sets the mood right there. Watch out for that smoking crater. It's like ball pit, right? Just hop into the middle, go down to the depths, and just start chucking balls at enemies to grow new ball on. I remember the manual barrel roll. Also, I realized this is a sprint race. It must be like the only sprint race in the Acceleracers pack. I recommend heavy-duty vehicles, yet they have these sections that feel like rocket racers could really benefit. Which I imagine is like probably keeping in line with the Acceleracers shtick, but still. Jump over the barrier. Alright, 3/4 of the way through. Oh, it's the anti-grav section. Oh yeah. These things that gave me the biggest trouble. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, please. Alright. Second try. I'll take it. I don't know why I have so much trouble with this. I'm sure there's like some sort of way to do it, but for some reason I cannot just get a grasp of it. Of course, the finish would take us back into the mystical gyroscope thing. I can see why they would save this track for last. It ends on a visually climactic note anyway. There we go. That's another task done. But of course, we still have some other events to complete in the Acceleracers map, so we should probably do that. I wonder if we'll have a special ending screen. Oh yeah. Congratulations! That's how it's done. You have shown you're a real ace of driving. The road doesn't end here. It's time to show who can take the lead of the team. And remember, always be on top of your game. Is that their catchphrase, always be on top of your game? Of course, we have the extra difficult events now if you want to give those a go, but yeah, I think we can let those lie. We'll just finish up the rest of these regular events here. Like this There was one over here. Oh, there we go. The waypoint race. I'll take the heavy duty. Alright, let's see where these checkpoints take us. Oh, I have a bit of track setup too. Alright, okay. Stay on the path, don't jump off or anything. If you want a scare, we have Farmageddon, haunted farm with killer clowns and zombies and stuff. Oh yeah. Haunted hayrides are kind of a tradition around these parts. Like around Halloween. Oh god. No, get me off of this track, I don't want to be on here again. But yeah. For some reason, those two just seem to go hand in hand around here, right? It's like around the spooky season, you'll start seeing like various farm areas start advertising their spooky events. Right, you get the hay rides, you get the mazes, you get of course haunted houses, you get the whole kit and caboodle, right? Have you ever been to one? Personally, I haven't. But that's just a me thing, right? It's not the events themselves, it's me. I'm sure they're great and all, but... yeah. I think I'm fine with just, call it, like, second-hand tales and all that, right? I only got, like, 45 seconds to go. I still have like 6 checkpoints. Scared to death. Good fun though. Yeah. I mean, hey, the scares are the whole point, right? You're there to be surprised to see how they shock you, right? And if they pull it off, hey, that's good on them, you know. So I give them props for that. 3 more. I have 15 seconds. Or no, 2 more. 1 more. Yeah, I think I can make it. Oh, man, this is quite the drive away, though. Whew! Alright. Wisdom is a circle. Saw in Vegas, they had an IRL FNAF experience. Ooh! I bet that would have been fun to go to. And of course it would be in Vegas. A very, very frequently traveled area, right? Place where it would be pretty easy to get the international folks around too. So I could see that. Yeah, if it's like a big media thing, then usually it shows up in like California or Florida or New York. If you don't live in like one of those places, you're probably gonna be up the creek without a paddle, you know? Alright, this is a quick race, so I want to do a rocket vehicle. That way I can take that final optional challenge at the top. The last bit here. As far as corporate events go, the last one I kind of remember being at was when Nintendo was like doing their whole E3 in-store events, right? Back when EP was still a thing, and they had like, you know, they showed off some games, and then they were like, yeah, now you can go to these stores to check out these games before we release them for real, right? And one of them happened to be at a store that was nearby me, so I decided to check it out to see what it was like, and, well, it was fine, you know? I wouldn't say it was like anything overly exciting. It did have like a few extra bits of stuff for you to get, right? A little participation, and thanks for being your kind of gift. That was pretty cool. Yeah. I remember that specifically, because one of the games they were showing off was like Mario Maker, right? And Mario Maker 1, for if you want an idea of how long ago this was. But I remember the kid in front of me was playing Mario Maker, and they were playing like a sample level that was like one of those automatic things, right? You're not supposed to do anything, you're just supposed to let the level kind of knock Mario through it, but the kid didn't quite get it, and they were trying to move through, and of course they would end up like dying because, you know, the level wasn't set up for manual control. Of course the store attendants, I guess, weren't too familiar with it either. They're like, oh man, you gotta time your jump. And eventually I just started saying, just don't do anything. It's an automatic level. Don't do anything. But I still don't think they quite got it this thing, because they kept trying to do stuff. Even though the level didn't want you to do stuff. So eventually they just kind of gave up and moved on to another level. I was like, oh. Resident Evil experience would be good to go to. Oh, yeah. I think I remember being at like a video game con or two where Capcom had a giant booth set up, where it was specifically set up like the Resident Evil 7 house, right? They had like the whole thing set up like the house from Resident Evil 7. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, imagine like an escape room or a haunted house version of that, right? Where you go through like a simulated version of like the Resident Evil 7 experience. Or heck, like the Resident Evil Village experience too, right? Just imagine getting like chased down by Lady Dimitrescu or something like that. On second thought, no, actually, some people would probably totally be into that, but, well, you get what I mean, right? Or heck, if they wanted to go, like, super retro, they could have, like, the Nemesis experience, where you can get chased by Nemesis, just have him growl like stars as, like, a guy in a giant costume just runs after you. Probably sure. I'm certain they probably have no shortage of Nemesis cosplayers who would totally be down to play act as Nemesis a bit more in depth, huh? Makes me miss when we had the Sega buses touring England playing games and getting prizes. Oh, are they like the buses where they would have like the video game consoles inside and you'd be able to catch a ride and play video games while the buses kind of drove you around the city? Because that sounds pretty sick, actually. Honestly, sounds like a kid's dream right there, you know? You just like hop into the vehicle and it's like, oh man, video games and stuff. I get to play video games instead of having to stare out of the window for the 500 millionth time, you know? I would be so into that. Although, you know, I think I had I went to a fair once that did have like one of those video game trucks there for one of the years. Hey, another challenge done, so that leaves one more. It was up here. Complete the Unleash goal of 1 Drift Master. Use the type Heavy Duty and the skill Maximum Grip. Okay. I did all the Drift Master events, so I just have to redo one. Alright, let me see if the Drift car, or the Heavy Duty car I have has, Wait, what did I need again? It was like, Yup, a double-decker packed with Mega Drives. Oh my god, that would be the dream! Okay, maximum grip, that's what they want. Do I have maximum grip on here? Yeah, I do. Okay. We're good. We're good. So I just need to hop back into a Driftmaster event here. I want an Unleashed goal, so I should probably hit up a different one. Yeah, we could do this one. I think this will work. You did the speedrun challenge for Emerald Hill and Sonic 2. Want a pair of Sega sunglasses? Congrats! That must have been pretty awesome to experience there. Reminds me of this other video game competition I was part of like a really long time ago. It was like several PC stores taking part, where it's like it was like a Midtown Madness sort of competition, to give you an idea of how long this was. But yeah, it was like a similar thing where you had to try to post as quick of a time as you could, right? And you know, top finishers would receive gift certificates for the store, and you know, my family of gamers, right? Me and my siblings, we managed to kind of knock it out of the park and score some of the top spots. So we got like several $100s worth of gift certificates we could use to fund our next PC. So that was all pretty sick. Fun times. GG, thank you. And you know what was like partially a bummer? I remember them buying a whole steering wheel in the Midtown Madness game for us to play while we were at home to kind of, you know, practice and improve our times and stuff. But when that competition was all done, that steering wheel mysteriously vanished. Midtown Madness 2 is still around, but the steering wheel, not so much. I was sad about that. Did I see this right? I'm going down to 24,000 points. Hold on. Pretty sure I got more than that. What the heck? Did I take like a massive score penalty because I was like taking too long or something? Okay, I'm at 54,000. Okay, there we go. Hit the Unleashed goal. Oh wait! Did it keep going because I didn't exceed my personal best? If I just like chosen to end the event there, would they have given me the credit? Okay, I've exceeded my personal best now, so surely. All the way over. Or maybe because I've already met the goal, they'll just let me drive as many laps as I want until I decide to call it quits. Oh yeah, no, it is, okay. So if I just say end session, they'll give me the credit now. And there we go. Another challenge done. I think we got like 2 or 3 more events to do. 3, okay. We have 2 eliminations and 1 time attack. There we go, here's our elimination. Swift vehicle, I can do that. Once in a lifetime thing, just happened to be on the pier and saw this double-decker with Sonic painted all over it. Dragged my mom over to see. Ah, that's when you did the speedrun challenge, you got yourself the Sega sunglasses. Oh yeah. And that's when you were like, worth it. Absolutely worth it. I know that would be worth it for me. I imagine it must be a cost thing, but I wish we got more of those sort of roaming events. I wish we had more of those sort of like, say, pop-up Nintendo events or other things like that. Or maybe I just like need to live in an area where they would stop by frequently, right? I need to like go to like California or Florida or New York or something like that, right? Oh man, I thought I was gonna fly off the track there. Luckily I didn't. An Xbox Roadshow or something. Or maybe a Sony Roadshow. I'd be pretty excited for that too. Man, if I were like walking down the street and I saw a truck that had like, I don't know, Ratchet and Clank on the side or something, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll see where this goes. Ratchet and Clank truck, surely that will probably have some good things going for it. Although I guess at this point it would be like a Wolverine truck, wouldn't it? Because that's what Insomniac is working on. Honestly, what does Sony have coming up apart from? I'm sure they got some other stuff. Oh right, there was the thing by Naughty Dog, right? Like Intergalactic or whatever. Well, I've heard some shady things about that game, which makes me a bit wary about it. Yeah, I'm sure there's like more God of War and Horizon games in the pipeline too. Hopefully at least they'll have more Astrobot. I know a lot of people are really, really happy to see something from the Japanese side of Sony for months. Jobs done. A lot of our satellite vans have COD on them now. Woo! Oh boy. Oh man. Ooh. That sure is something. That reminds me way back in the day when they were advertising like Modern Warfare 3 Jeeps. And like the old trilogy Modern Warfare 3, right? Not like new trilogy Modern Warfare. I think someone actually did a follow-up article, right? They managed to find someone who still owned like one of those Modern Warfare Jeeps, and they were like doing a quick interview with them. I don't think too much came out of it. They were just like, yeah, and I still use it. I mean, hey, a Jeep, even if it has Modern Warfare 3 livery on it, I guess it's still a Jeep, and if it works, then why not keep using it, right? Okay, here's the other Eliminator race. They want us to use balanced, so I will go with a balanced. noticed the boost meters always are divided into 6 parts, no matter how large they are. It does make it... Oh my god. I was trying to shift myself into the other door. That probably would have been the spot to use the side swipe, but... alas. I don't know, say, it just kind of makes it... I guess, like, visually it's easy to tell, but still... Like shorthand's a sense, it's gonna be hard to tell. Is this the right one? You'd be impressed if they had warthogs in real life. Did they make them? I almost want to say they did make, like, a warthog as part of the stunt. Like, probably not, like, functional as an actual off-road vehicle, but they made it. Even better quartz regalia. Make all the modes too while we're at it. Yeah. It's fun when someone takes like a fictional car and de-fictionalizes it. Right, just give you an idea of what it might look like in real life. That's always fun. Whether it be done like officially or otherwise. I remember reading an article a while ago where it's like someone like actually took was it the one car from Need for Speed Most Wanted, right? The BMW, and gave it like the livery that they had in Most Wanted. I thought that was pretty fun. What about the defictionalization of stuff? There we go. I think that leaves us one more Acceleracers event. One last time attack for the road, yeah? We're gonna hit the apex. Alright, which one do we want? The swift vehicle? Alright, I got this. Yeah, that vertical track really was only used once. Then again, given the way it was, it would be fitting they used it like that. I wonder if this means like every DLC pack is going to have like a climactic race. So, for like for the most part, you're going to see like 4 tracks as you go through the world, and you only see the last track for like the final event. Shift. Probably didn't need to do both, but the head dragons, right? Ow. That's fine. We're gonna hit the show for this one. There we go. I think this means we've done every event in the Acceleracers Island apart from the Master Challenges, but I'm fine with not doing those. At the very least, I'll do those on my own time. Does make me wonder, where does this road lead? It just kind of goes into this underpass here to parts unknown. Probably like other parts of Acceleracer land, but we're going back to the airport because we gotta do part 2. That's right, we're off to Italy! The Italian village for the Made in Italy expansion pack. Where in Italy? I don't know, pick a location. There, right? Look at that. Of course they would have the Colosseum in there. Alright, well, we can tell where the climactic race is going to be here. Huh, looks like this one has actually a few more events than the other one. Warning, warning, use goggles as the sun is shining bright. There's no time to waste. Dart at full speed through the Italian village and show everyone who's boss. You understand? Yeah, the boot of Europe. I actually do want to go to Italy at some point, though. I don't know, something about it I think would be really fun to experience in person. Hey, look, they have a pizzeria. Look at that. It's so bright, so colorful. Just walking friendly locale. I bet the sights are something to behold. Just having oceans close to you sounds pretty great too. At the very least, I wouldn't mind going there for the vacation. So just get a little slice of Italy. Prepare, because it's expensive there. Noted. Yeah, I imagine real estate's probably not cheap. I imagine they're probably very well aware that's pretty popular tourist spot. Hear those bells too? Yeah. What, they even got seating? I mean, a lot of places have seating. I don't know why I felt like that was... I felt like I should point that out. Ah, spider missed. Gondola rides are cool, and OMG, the gelato. Ooh. You know, I would be eager to check out the food too, right? All kinds of food, but yeah, gelato would definitely be one of them. I'd be eager to have a go. Get myself some authentic Italian cuisine. Oh, yeah, we're even racing through a moped. Someone just like, alright, I guess I won't be using my moped for a day because someone set up a giant Hot Wheels track for it. I guess, enough pasta to sink a ship with. Pasta. I'm a big fan of pasta. I probably have some banging pasta over there. Oh! This is what I get for not jumping. Like that. At leads me to a question. Are there any places that you want to go to that are like on your bucket list that you haven't been to yet? I mentioned Italy. I feel like another place that I would want to go to, apart from that, is like New Zealand. I don't know, something about that place feels like it would be pretty fun to visit to for a vacation. At the very least, it might be like checking out another world, you know? I was talking about this with my brother over the holidays. I was like, yeah, you know, it'd be a different experience. Oh, Japan! Yes, Japan too, of course. gotta do Japan. I mean, I'm like a VTuber. It's just part of the pilgrimage, right? There we go. 3 locations I want to go to. Italy, New Zealand, and Japan. Japan, I'd probably have to take multiple trips, though, because I don't know, I'd probably like devote each one to specific areas. At the very least, I wouldn't want to try to pack it all into like one vacation. I feel like that would be a good way to exhaust myself and not just truly immerse myself in the experience, as it were, right? Gotta get my kimono. That is one of the things I want to do, right? I've seen other people kind of go to the places where they can, you know, dress themselves in a kimono like that, and I'm hoping I can find a place that would be like pretty cool with me dressing up like that. Like surely there must be some place out there that would be willing to get me dressed up like that, right? And those would be pictures that I'd hold on to, you know? Oh, I pressed that really late. That's fine. Fox Village and Pokemon Center for you. I can see that. Fox Village, of course. Pokemon Center, well, I mean, it's Pokemon, right? We're going to the birthplace of Pokemon. Might as well check out what they got there. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Maybe just like try to keep a note of what collab cafes they have at the moment. I guess if I were like really obsessed, I could try to time my trip so that I'd hit up like specific collab cafes that were open then. Yeah, and the Maid and the BL cafes. All kinds of cafes. I'd probably try to see if I can like hit up a few animal cafes too. Obviously I have to do a cat cafe, but I want to see if I can try to do some of the other ones, like maybe check out the Sea Otter Cafe, right? I know they have like an otter cafe that people were pretty amused by. So I want to give that a go as well. Alright, I probably want to stay on the main path somewhere because we have a challenge over here. What is this one? Oh, base goal of 1 race? That's it, really? What is this one? 3 races, use the skill phase inverter. Okay, so you don't need a specific car either. There's a 3rd challenge. There's this one. 1-time attack, heavy duty type. Okay. Why is it that these ones seem like they're easier to meet? Alright, let's go with a million stay. Okay, and it's a checkpoint race, so it's gonna be free roam, slightly. I do wonder how to do checkpoint races, considering, you know, the surface is like very, very flat. Well, I mean, I guess they got like steps here and there, so when they take us through like the back parts, it might not be. It might be a different sight to see, right? Although now that I think about it, isn't there like one of the Hitman 2016 levels that takes place in Italy? For some reason, this reminds me of that, where it's like you're going through like the back alleys and you have to try to sneak your way through that way. I'm thinking of something else. We like to go through the train that goes through the Canadian Rockies. That's a goal. That might be a fun one too, right? Just do a cross-country train trip. I think after the holiday train ride my mom and I did, she was like thinking about that too. It was like, yeah, so what if I did just take a train across America? It's like, yeah, do it, right? Don't have to worry about taking yourself from place to place, just let the train do its thing, right? Obviously you'll have to make your way back too, but hey. I hope I'm going the right way for this. Yeah, I did. Alright, we're good. We're good. Tomb Raider 2 had Italy with the speedboats. Ooh. I'm not sure I have like the Tomb Raider remastered games on my library or not. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna make the Unleashed goal pretty easy here. 40 seconds, 5 checkpoints, and we're kind of knocking them out. I got this. Hi, I hope you are having a good day, and I hope it will only get cheddar. Hello, Meeper2. Welcome. Thanks for checking me out. And I'm cheesed that you would come here. So yeah, thanks again. I do enjoy a good cheesy pun. Do you know what I'm never going to do? What? What are you never going to do? You're never going to breathe sad, maybe? Breathe bad? Never gonna give you up and let you down? No, that's good to hear. Never gonna run around and hurt me. Never gonna make me cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie. And hurt me. Sorry, the other one was supposed to be desert me. Alright, this one's easy to complete. And then we can go up here and get the next goal set up. In the middle of the fields. I want a drifter vehicle, so we'll go with that. Australia too, and meet Roger from Tekken. You know, if we're going to New Zealand, then sure, I guess we could go to Australia as well. But I feel like New Zealand could be a trip in of itself, so maybe that could be like a two-parter, right? Spend a week in New Zealand and go spend a week in Australia. Although maybe a week would probably be too short. We have over 60 tracks from the first game on Xbox. Downloaded a lot of custom tracks. And it's one of the appeals of games like these, right? When you got the track editor, and obviously, you know, people with some really creative minds and an eye for design can put out some good stuff. You made them. Ooh, very nice. Well, that's always fun too, right? Again, because games like these really let you exercise your creative brain. I've always appreciated when the game includes like some sort of editor, right? Level editor, a track editor, even like a character creator, or just like a custom livery or a design maker or something like that. Something to give your personal touch, right? A little bit beyond what the game gives you normally. You can really just really make it your own, you know? One of those hats with the corks on. Maybe get like a beer hat, but instead of beer, we have wine bottles on the side of the head, right? One track that takes 30 minutes to complete at minimum. Oh man, marathon. Just making a Hot Wheels version of Le Mans out here. Hey, if the editor lets you do that, why not, right? Go nuts. Make that marathon track of your dreams. Probably pretty good for earning experience and points, too, if they don't cap it. I remember that was a thing with Forza Horizon, where the early meta of 5 was to just like do the one endgame race over and over and over at like 50 laps, right? Just set it to auto drive, go to sleep, and then when you wake up, you're gonna be like swimming in credits and wheel spins and stuff. And they eventually patched that so that you were capped on winnings you could earn from like a custom event. The early days of Forza Horizon, now we're like the Wild West for grinding resources. It was magnetic mostly, out of map on the Batman map. Ooh! Fun. Alright, Batman map. You know, that's one thing I think that's kind of missing from this game. Like, something that's, like, as kind of a heavy hitter as, like, Batman and Looney Tunes. I mean, sure, we got, like, Fast and Furious and Acceleracers, right? Along with some returning cars like Knight Rider and Back to the Future, but... Man, when the first game had things like Looney Tunes, Batman, and heck, even among the cars, you had, like, Street Fighter and the Barbie car and like a number of other cars. It's kind of, even if they had like Acceleracers, you know, it was missing that certain something, you know. 40 lap Goliath, OMG, never again, took me 9 hours. Yeah, that's why they recommend it. Just go to sleep, right? Let it run overnight, right? Just turn on auto drive and let it loose for a bit. And then come back to your new riches. Okay, I need to see if one of my cars has a phase inverter skill on it. I think that's the one that switches your boost style. I think one of my cars has that. Yeah, okay, so I just need something in the bottom right. Yeah, the rocket car. Okay, we're good. Right. Do I have any others with the phase inverter? Oh, okay, I got the balanced one as well. Alright, so I'll just like pick one of those for the next few events. Ah, you do have an Acceleracers track. Nice. It says just 3 races, so I assume I can do like any 3 races and I'll be good. Alright, we'll just pick a balanced car for this one. Hey, we're going on to Italian holidays with this track. Should be fun. There's that bell again. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me! Ah, haha, juke that web. How you like me now? I just noticed this place has a gumball machine as well. How much you willing to bet it's probably like the exact same gumball machine they had at the gas station. An OG fan of Hot Wheels, World Race Highway 35, and Hot Wheels Acceleracers. Ooh, nice. involvement with Hot Wheels is mostly limited to Forza Horizon 3, Forza Horizon 5, and the Hot Wheels Demolition series. So I'm sure those older games were fun though. Hey, it's pretty easy to slot Hot Wheels into a racing game. It's kind of built for that, right? All that's missing from this is a guy like, hey, I'm walking here. I thought that was like more of a New York thing. Spine Buster is my car. Hey, Spine Buster is my car. Got this in the bag. We can overdrift to the finish line. That should be one of three. You can find all the movies on... I see, okay. 6 hours, 5 movies. They're like around the length of a TV special, huh? Actually, okay. I'm not sure why I didn't trigger this reward though. Oh wow, is it just all eliminator races on the side? Well, I guess it's fine. Always in the matchbox camp. Well hey, we all had our brand of miniature cars, yeah. Highway 35 is 2 hours, and the 4 Acceleracers movie, I'm guessing, is the other 3. Or other 4, I mean, an hour each. Okay. Yeah, Highway 35 is like your big, full feature length film, and the other 4 are like the mini-series in a way, right? Like the kind of thing they'd show in the summer to kind of fill the air, right? While we're in between like seasons of the main shows. Got the limited run Acceleracer series. When was the last time there was a Micro Machines game? I was wondering about that, right? That and Matchbox. Last times you had video games based off of them. I'm sure there were video games based off of those storylines. Probably wouldn't be too surprised if last they showed up was like Xbox 360 or PlayStation, or like somewhere around that era. That seems to be like the right era where people were still making sort of like those sort of promotional tie-in games, right? For consoles, I mean, right? Before they pivoted over to just like making a whole lot of mobile titles. Oh, jeez. Whew. Yeah, look at that. Totally planned it. I totally planned that recovery right there. Yeah. World Race is the prologue to Acceleracers. Is that so? There you go. A little Hot Wheels in there for you. Another one done. I could be the final boss in the VTuber racing game. My special ability would be to make wind tunnels, right? It's like those boost ramps from Sonic Riders, right? You get on one of those and you go like a little faster. There last 2 hours and 30 seconds out of, or 2 hours and 30 minutes out of the movies. There were 2. Oh, there's a whole number of other events here that I haven't played either. Hey, what if I did like a third eliminator event? I mean, there's like 6 of them on this map, so you're gonna be seeing quite a few more eliminators. Oh, we're back on the Italian holidays track. I imagine each one is probably recommending like a different type of car, and that's why they keep on offering this one up. Breaking the rules because I'm racing with like the one of the 2 cars that I know has phase inverter on it right now, so I can get that challenge completed. Then we can beeline towards the 3rd challenge on this map, which is basically just use a heavy duty vehicle. I keep on forgetting I should jump at that part. Specifically, that one seems to get your cars all physicsed up if jump over it. Power Rage, 30 minutes after getting destroyed over and over, then a bike for a minute, then finally Vert's Reverb at the end. Is it like happens in one of the movies or something? Power Rage, huh? You know, if I ever get around to doing a movie watch along, maybe we'll do like a Hot Wheels movie. That sounds like it might be fun to go back to, just to see what it was like. I'm sure those movies were made for kids in mind, and kind of fun to see go for us adults, right? Section, 16 seconds. And we'll finally have this challenge. Then we'll go back to checking out car recommendations. Why is it this like, Italy map has like so many eliminator events? They were all on different tracks, so it would be one thing, but man, kind of wild. Okay, this should be challenge complete at least. Now we'll just focus on getting to the last one. Yeah, there we go. Over here, using a heavy duty and a time attack event. Oh, this one's cars in Florence. Oh, they want me to use heavy duty? Alright. No variants. Anime watch along with me? Aw, yeah. Someday we'll get that underway. Hopefully sooner than later, but yeah, we just gotta set things in place, right? Movies are from 2009 and 2010. That feels about right. Seems like around the era people would kind of go for that sort of multimedia kind of push, right? In addition to like the physical toys, here's them in a separate world, right? Here's all your toys come to life, like a toys to life kind of genre. Man, you know what I just realized? It's like almost a shame we didn't get a toys to life racing kind of deal. Like I imagine there's like some games that probably came pretty close. Like I believe Skylanders had like a vehicle focused game. But yeah, we never had like say like a Hot Wheels toys to life kind of thing, right? I think that might be interesting. Just get some cars that you can place onto a little track pad or something. And then other spots where you can perhaps put on like enhancement parts or something, right? Like the power discs for Disney Infinity. Gotta be better than that god-awful Gladiatormers animated film. Gladiatormers. Is it like Transformers but gladiators? This is the first I've heard of that. Gladiators. I know we had like, you know, OG Transformers that has like Optimus Prime as a truck. We had Beast Wars, which had like transformable animals. Sort of other Transformers universe stuff. Skylanders did do it, but it was late since it was Skylanders Superchargers. Yeah. I know Skylanders had like the vehicle focus game. That's what its name was. Sorta with PS1 era visuals. Oh man. Was it not released in the PS1 era? Was it like one of those things that tried to go for that sort of faux retro kind of feel to it? Or was it actually of that era? Gladiatormers does sound like the kind of thing that would come out of that era, right? Transformers, but with a bit more edge. Ah, old CGI movie. I gotcha. Old school CGI. Back when you could actually tell it was like computer generated. Alright, we're pretty close to getting the next challenge available here. Oh wait, which one do we want? Swift? Alright, I got this. Okay, like late 2000s CGI and animation. Gotcha. Alright, I got an idea in my head now. 2007? I gotcha. Okay, was the target here 100,000? I think it was. Yeah, the regular goal is 30,000. 2.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Ouch. I already hit the unleashed though, so... You good? You good? Ouch. Damn it. I hit the wall. That's okay. Oh my god. That's okay, we made it. 250,000 points. Well over the target. You know, it's funny they would put the Colosseum on the map, but since the Italian village does not have like a Colosseum era, we're never gonna see it like in the environment itself. Unless it's just like hiding out in the corner somewhere. Okay, so I just have to remember, find the Drift Master event that wants a heavy-duty vehicle. Is there a Drift Master that wants a heavy-duty vehicle? Oh yeah, up here. Wow, I didn't go here yet. Ooh, how serendipitous. So we'll do this one, and then we'll have all of the challenges out of the way. That'd be exciting. Oh! Wait, I think we're gonna go on a rooftop run in this one. Oh, this is gonna be like a Spagonia! Let's go! Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can hear the music in my head right now. Oh yeah. Hear those violins. What? Why did you... What is this? Okay, never mind. I'm not under a time limit, so... Just weird. Just a little weirded out by it. That's all. Okay. 40,000 to go. Hello, bottom. Excuse you, I'm in the sky right now. I am nowhere near the bottom. Hi, Zacky Lucky. How are you? You see me right now. I'm on a rooftop run, right? I'm like Sonic. I'm Sonic Unleashed. Just imagine me just like drifting through the rooftops and getting like 700,000 rings while going through these mysteriously wide rooftops, yeah. Here, bottom. Like, here, rooftop. I'm like a cat right now. I'm hopping from rooftop to rooftop, doing all sorts of gravity-defying stunts, and then when I've had my fill, I'm gonna get over to the edge and meow incessantly for a human to come bring me down. Yeah, this reminds me of this Onion article that popped up when I was going through my very rare Facebook visit, where the article title was, "Cat admits they didn't, was it jumping onto tree was the extent of their plan," right? That's always the thing with cats and Christmas trees, is that they always seem to want to jump on the top of them, and then they inadvertently cause it to topple over. Wait, was that not it? That was a... Oh, time attack. I need a time attack, not drift master. Okay, so we gotta do this one. Alright. Well, it's an event I haven't done anyway, so... it's fine. I was wondering why it didn't complete, and it turns out I misread the requirements. Alright, another rooftop run it is. Yeah, that and bopping everything off of the shelf. Yep. Totally do that too. Just bat things off the shelf. That's why you hear like so many horror stories of people with their broken figurines because Cat decided, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I just like knock this off the shelf? And now I have to be extra careful with my things on shelves if I ever get a cat, right? Which means if I want to display anime figures and I want a cat, I should probably put them in like one of those enclosed shelves, right? The ones with the doors and stuff. Although knowing cats, they'll probably find their way inside to knock everything off the shelf anyway. Because cats are weirdly crafty like that, right? They see closed areas as a challenge, not as an off-limits area. As the old saying goes, where there's a will, there's a way. And cats have a lot of will. Lock-picking with the claws. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, there was actually a cat that did that, or something to that extent, right? Just figure out how, like, a door lock works and then manage to kind of work their way around it and get inside a room that way. Okay, this should complete the challenge. Yep, there it is. Take our skill points and upgrade kits. And then we'll get the reward node beyond that too. Our extra money and XP. Yeah, lockpick skill unlocked. Is that why, like, cat people tend to be portrayed more as, like, roguish? Right? Either like roguish or more of like a magically inclined, right? Something to sort of emphasize the nature of a cat's or emphasize the cat's agile nature, right? Okay, this one wants a rocket vehicle, so I'll take our rocket vehicle. Oh, okay, this one's a mash A to start. Yeah, give me a doggo any day. Yeah, dogs are fun too. I certainly understand the appeal of dogs. They're fun to be around, right? They're super energetic, super happy to see you. Always want to have some fun with you. Why, like, a number of family members I know own dogs. Always a delightful time. Especially when you, like, meet a dog for the first time, it's just, like, super excited to meet a new human. Right, so stall over you and be like, hello there, new human. You're my new bestest friend. We're going to become very, very good buddies. We're going to have the time of our lives. puppies because one of my relatives got a new dog. He's very adorable, very cute. Very much like the super friendly kind of dog who just like walks up to you and is all super happy to see you and just wants to cuddle with you and wants you to pet them, and it's a real fun time. Yeah, the whole leaning into you thing when you pet them. Yeah, the dog my relative got was like small, so doesn't quite do that, but he's very interested in cuddling up with folks. I like how they have these 2 reward nodes. Oh, okay. I thought they were connected, but no, this one is a different path. So I want to go over here. Oh, I can only use stock vehicles for this one. All right, I can do that. Oh, and it's a checkpoint race too, so that means I probably want a stock heavy duty. Alright, now this should be fine. So let's see where this checkpoint race takes us. Unless it's the same as the other one? I hope not. Hope they'd have at least 2 of them, but I think I messed up the new start. Okay, hopefully that won't mess me up too much. I think this is the same as the other checkpoint race. Yeah, it is. It was slightly disappointing. Even the Acceleracers environment had like 2 different checkpoint races. Pretty sure this area also has just 2 checkpoint races, but it's just this one. Unless this is different, this might be taking me through different spots, maybe? Well, if they have me going down a long drop, then I guess I'll do it for sure. No, this is the same one. It's the same event. Just trying to mix it up by making me take a stock car for the second iteration. You're not fooling me, Hot Wheels Unleashed. Yeah, it's like a relatively flat, open space, so I guess there's only so much you can do to kind of mix it up for an open-ended race, but still. I think there's enough here. They could have perhaps done another checkpoint race that mixed it up a little bit. Man, having a stock vehicle means I probably have to rely on the double jumps a bit more. Probably do single jumps and still clear them fine, but I don't know. It's a habit I get into with double jumps, and I imagine other people do it too. Where if you have a double jump, right, no matter what happens beyond, or even if every future jump in the game only requires a single jump, you're gonna double jump anyway because it's just nice having that sort of extra air time to kind of correct for any mistakes that you might perform while in mid-air. So even if you don't necessarily need the double jump, you're gonna double jump anyway because you have it. And sometimes double jumps are just cool to look at too. What's the favorite double jump you've seen in a video game? I kind of like the one from Devil May Cry because the Dante's double jump skill has him like sort of manifest a platform from under him, right? So you can just imagine like his demonic energy is just giving him a physical platform to kind of get himself some extra height off of. Sort of justifies it that way. Okay. This one lets you use any car. Dante's, you too? Yeah. No, his is pretty cool. Personally, I also like the one from Ratchet and Clank. Specifically, up your arsenal. I don't know. Something about just like a double jump being a somersault just makes sense in my head. Right, even if the concept of the double jump itself maybe doesn't quite pan out in real life, the fact that a somersault in midair gets you extra height somehow, I don't know. It's something I can buy, I guess. Mind you, Sonic's one with the electro shield is handy. Oh yeah, the lightning shield double jump. Oh yeah, that's a good one. My lightning shield is my personal favorite for that reason. Just being able to get extra vertical height allows you to access certain areas that you might not be able to otherwise. So that was always a fun time, right? Getting the lightning shield and trying to hold on to it so that you could use its double jump to reach areas that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. That and trying to not fall into water either, because the lightning fire shields had that property where they were incompatible with water. And the thing, after like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it wouldn't be until like Sonic Mania that they would bring back the elemental shields in a significant way, huh? I mean, I know they had them in Sonic Generations, but I don't think you overtly needed them for anything, right? It was just more like a special ability you could get that could like help you along the stage, but it wasn't like it was necessary to get through it, right? Not like the way Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic Mania made it. Oh yeah, the ring's following you. I wonder if that's like also part of the reason why the lightning shield was the one that made the transition to some 3D games as well, right? Even if it didn't have the double jump properties in the 3D games, just having the ability to magnetize rings towards you, give you a bit of extra room for error when you're speeding through stages to collect rings and places. And it was especially fun when you would like come to a dead stop and then you just like turn the camera around and then see all the rings just slowly catch up to you because they got magnetized. That was pretty fun. Yeah, the boingy water jump, man. I always had trouble with making that water jump work as a kid. I'm sure I probably wouldn't have as much trouble now, but yeah. It was fun though. It was fun just like bouncing onto enemies and just like, smashing them. Even though I could like jump onto them regularly, it was just fun boinging onto them, you know? Ah, there I go. There we go. Another one done. Are we at now? I'm sure I still have like a good number of eliminator races to go. Okay, 1 waypoint, 2 elimination, 2 time attack, 2 drift master, and 2 quick race. Okay. Everything's coming to a head here, though. Right, you can see it all ends at this volcano? Oh. Yes, the Italian volcano. Yes. Alright. We're off to Hinterland. Back on the Italian holidays track. You know, I realized they must call this Italian holidays because like going through the moped and the tables and everything, right? Not to mention passing by the restaurant a few times, so it really does give you the feel of Italian holiday drive, huh? What was that fixture we raced around? I wanted to say that was like a water pump, but I feel like that's probably not a water pump. My second guess would be that it's like a timepiece of some sort. Or it could be like just a statue, right? It could be just a statue. Alright, next up, another eliminator on the rooftop. Definitely done this track before. Out of my way! I got a first place podium position to catch. Through the Italian Stegosaurus. Although, going back to the Sonic 3 elemental shields, I also remember the fire shield being finally having its use, right? After Sonic 3 kind of maybe not having too much for it. You get the one lava reef zone in Sonic and Knuckles, where you finally kind of put that thing to good use, right? Just walk over lava like it was nothing. I guess the trade-off is that the Sonic and Knuckles levels don't have any water sections, so I guess it made the bubble shield feel kind of unnecessary, right? Because even if you do have the bounce attack, it's like, well, unless it's like the only thing you have access to, might as well just use the lightning shield instead, right? Easy to get into trouble with that fire shield with the spin dash move. Oh yeah, the forward fireball. Oh yeah, no, I've certainly gotten into a number of trouble with that. I certainly remember that as a kid. Just boosting my way into like spikes or spike ball or enemies at the kind of like the end of the dash and everything. Yeah, fun times. Another one down. Also, I think I noticed this map has 3 checkpoint races, so a very good chance we might see another checkpoint race very soon. They call them waypoint races. I don't know why I keep calling them checkpoints. Alright, well, let's go here. Oh, can only use off-road vehicles. Alright, that's fine. So they hard restrict me on this one. Always liked how the monitors on that game look like Game Boys. Yeah, they did change up the monitor design for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, right? Because before it looked like those like old-fashioned, like CRT style of monitors, but then in Sonic 3 and Knuckles they went for like a more streamlined appearance. So it looked like your sort of all-in-one entertainment center plus monitor kind of design. And yeah, that was pretty cool in a way. Double jump by accident and turned hyper so many times. Right? Because it was like a muscle memory kind of thing, you know? It'd be like you get to an instance where Sonic would require the insta-shield, and it was like, oh right, I have more than 50 rings. Oops, I just turned into Super Sonic. At least it wasn't like Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where jumping at all just turned you super, so... You would just, like, invariably turn super, whether you wanted to or not. I guess at least in Sonic 3 you got, like, slightly more control. But even then, not so much, because the insta-shield was, like, kinda useful. What was it, like, in later games would finally just, like, move the prompt to Y, because they had enough buttons for that, so they could have like a separate button for turn super at your leisure, so you didn't have to like do something awkward like you know, activate it when you didn't want it to. Bye rings, yup. Okay, so this is gonna be like a very specific thing, but did you ever do that thing in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 where you were in the one Mystic Cave zone? You accidentally turned super and then fell down that really long pit. That would not really be a death pit if you were a regular, but if you're super, you just have to wait down there awkwardly, because there's no way to go back up. So you just had to stand there while your rings slowly drained, and you finally ran out, and then it turned regular, and then the spikes would finally take you out. Yeah, fun times. I did that. I might have done that once or twice. Many times. I'm sure anyone who's played Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has probably fallen victim to that a handful of times. Or a lot. Getting crushed because I was super flying by. Oh yeah, right? All the things would just like hit at the right moment and character would just get like stuck in between them. The one thing that can still defeat Supersonic, bottomless pits and getting crushed. Sick air. Oh, dang it. Drifted too early. Boy, lack of split paths for these elite tracks is kind of really shows its meaning. Starts to show itself. Overstates welcome a little bit sooner. At least with the Acceleracers, those 2 tracks with the split paths does let you mix it up a little bit more. Especially since like the Italy map seems to have more events than the Acceleracers one as well. We're seeing like the same 4 tracks quite a bit. DLC packs could have benefited from having like even one or pre-made track just to have in the rotation. Even if they have like sort of around the same amount of events as the main game does, the fact that you have like half the number of regular tracks and then even one less than that because they always saved one for like the big climactic thing. Looks like I ended up with someone's lasagna on that table. Oh yeah? Yeah, I'm surprised one of these tracks didn't take us on the table. Maybe wanted to checkpoint races, but then again, that's like a pretty small target that day. Unless they like set up track elements specifically for it. Pretty hard to get to. Wouldn't that be something though, right? You just like order a menu item and then there's like a little toy in the center. I think they already do that, right? I think Baskin Robbins does something like that, where you can order cakes that have like special decorations in the middle, and sometimes people will order the cakes just for the decorations because they're like exclusive and collectible, I guess. Alright, that's another one done. Waiter, there's a car in my pasta. Honestly, if it's a car that's in your pasta, that's probably not the worst thing that's happened to you that day. I'd probably be like, sweet, free car. Just gotta clean it out a little bit, you know? And then that'd be something I can ride. Okay, the joy of drifting. Gotta do a drift race with a rocket vehicle recommended. Alright, I'll try it. Let's see how the rocket cars do. Hey yo! Hey yo! Hello, Zia America. How are you? I actually play this? Well, yeah, I mean, hey, it's a game. It exists. I played Hot Wheels Unleashed 1. I might as well check out 2, right? I don't know, it's a pretty decent game for what it is, you know? I mean, it's not just like a quick Hot Wheels cash-in. There's a pretty good racing game beneath the whole. As far as story goes, I think I appreciated 1's just like straight up text box plot more than the way 2 tried to incorporate like cutscenes and stuff, but yeah, that's like mostly a flavor thing and probably a personal thing too. I'm sure there are probably some people who thought it was alright. Oh. thought I was gonna fall off the track there, but I didn't. I got my thinking cap for Sunday's puzzles. I'm trying to steel myself for them as best as I can. We're on the precipice of something great. We managed to make it to the antechamber. Now I gotta do is just figure out what kind of thing I have to find below. I would assume they mean like the whole ass underground area that I found in the tomb. There's probably like other ways to access other parts of it. I'm sure like the foundation is probably one way to do it, and I'm sure there's other ways to access the underground as well. I just need to figure out. I just have to get there, right? We'll figure out how to get there, and then get there, and then figure out what they want me to do there, and then do the thing, and then have enough steps to do all that, and then get back on up to, I don't know, to put the whole thing together. We're right there, though. We're right there. We just need RNG to smile upon us a few more times. Man, we really lucked out that last Sunday. Just got a whole bunch of extra stuff. Just need a few more things to line up, you know? Alright, well, we're down to 4 more events, actually. It's time for the last checkpoint race. Go back to the heavy duty for this one. No pressure. I'll try to not let it get to me. It would be pretty cool, though. We could, like, reach room 46 this coming Sunday. And maybe I can just, like, do a few one-offs in the meantime while I hydrate! Yes. Thank you. I will do that as soon as I wrap up this one. So remember when I said, oh, is there another waypoint event set up for the Italian village? Turns out there was. I was mistaken. I was about to be disappointed, but it looks like they did get another one in here, so neato. We'll see what other parts of this village they take us to. Ah, another big drop. Insert Chemical Brothers here. A big jump. A big, big jump. Now, what if I covered that song? Because literally the entire lyrics of the song is the big jump, the big, big jump, right? It's like several minutes of like a funky techno beat, and then the Chemical Brothers just occasionally chime in with the big jump, the big, big jump, several times. And then that's the song. That's the whole song. Catchy song, but that's the whole song. Maybe I'll do it as like part of the April Fool's bit. Just get myself like an exquisite piece of art, some beautifully animated lyrics, and then it's just me singing the big jump, the big, big jump for like 3 minutes or so. I got myself a short there. Be a pretty good short as well. You know what? I could do that, right? Just do myself a cover of that, and then see if people want like the full version of it. I wouldn't even have to do multiple takes, right? I just have to do it once, and then I could just like spread that throughout the entire song. That would be so dumb, but I don't know. I would be pleased by it, at least. Okay, let me get my water. Let me do the hydrate. Oh, my VTuber model does the hamster thing. Alright, 3 events to go. 1 more race, and we gotta drive an off-road vehicle. I got this. The noon dive. Oh, I think this is a sprint race. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is like the 5th race of the Italian Village Pack. Oh, this one's got the poison puddles. Oh, snap, we're racing through the little terraces. Ah! Dang it. This is setting me back. Oh my god. Not jump through the center. Come on, me. You can do this. There we go. Alright. Time to stage my comeback. I believe in the heart of the engine. Damn it. It's okay, I still got 2/3 of the race to go. Oh, thank goodness for that piece of debris stopping me from drifting completely out of control. Ah, fuck. Okay, I just hit that one. Cannon time. This event is canon. Oh hey, I remember this part. I guess even with different tracks, there are certain parts of the environment that just lend itself naturally to making it a certain way. Huh? 10% of the track left. Oh, hey, we're racing on the table. Well, we raced on the table. Ooh. And if you look to the side, you can see a pizza. Oh, is that a barber? There's a barber I saw there. Ooh, I'm sure they have some awesome hairstylists for sure. And you know, on a quasi-random note, this reminds me of another game I did pick up recently as part of one of the bundles on Humble Bundle, I think. Because I played one of the demos on Steam Next Fest, and I thought it was kind of compelling. But y'all remember, or I guess y'all, any of you heard of On Your Tail? It's like a third-person adventure game where you're kind of like find yourself stuck in a village that's like inspired by a Mediterranean-style village, right? And your whole deal is that you want to kind of go around and mingle with the townsfolk, figure out their problems, and you know, converse with them, learn of their issues and everything, right? And I thought it was like pretty neat. I was kind of waiting to pick up the full game, and then finally had an opportunity to get it as part of a bundle. So I was like, yeah, all right, let's just do it. And so I did it. I want to check that out, maybe in the future, sometime. Probably like in the distant future. because the near future has stuff I'm gonna check out as well. I feel like we're gonna be on Midnight Suns for a bit. We're gonna be on Midnight Suns for a bit because I have a good number of missions in that remaining. I've blasted with it, so I'll continue with that for a little while. I think by the time I finish Midnight Suns, I will probably be time to do a playthrough of Hitman 2016 if I get the time for that right. And then past that, I'll probably play something short. Right, just something to kind of fill the gap in between finishing Hitman 2016 and starting Doom 2016. About 2 months between those two, so probably something fairly brief. Not heard of that one? There's a lot of games out there. That makes sense. I feel like that one might be up your alley though, because it does have a bunch of anthropomorphic characters. And I think the main character is like a dog, and every other character is like some variety of animal. Plenty of loops to be had, that's for sure. Sign me up. There you go. It's probably what like one would classify as a cozy game. It's definitely like very, very cozy, very chill. And it's in a Mediterranean village. How could you not be cozy and relaxed by setting alone, you know? There we go, another unleashed goal. I think this leaves us one more event in the Italy map. Oh wait, no, that's actually it, huh? Wow, okay. Not expecting that. Congratulations, you're getting the hang of it. Though here, we're used to the best of the best. There's no space for second place. So, what will you do? Will you embrace the new challenge? So what is this actual last race here? This Drift Master? I thought like one of the Italy tracks would have the volcano in it, but no. The volcano is just part of the map. Alright, 100,000 points shouldn't be hard to make on this track. It's crazy drift. Just imagine the crazy taxi announcer saying something like that. Crazy drift. Here we go. Smack the ball. It's okay, we got this. We're not even a quarter through and already only 10,000 points. Oh, there we go. Target met. Let's just see how high we can take this score now. What? I missed that checkpoint? Kinda weird that this would be like a post completion event, though. I wonder why that would be the case. The way everything's set up, you would expect this to... I mean, if that were the case, you'd expect this to take place like before the time attack race, I guess. I just realized that upwards mist also has you looking at the sun too. Got a little lens flare going in there. Get maximum and killer instinct guy ultra combo, and then you do 2 ultras in a row, and he just goes ultra. Almost 400,000 points. If I've been any better at drifting, I probably could have gotten a lot more. Okay, now I think that's like every regular event in the Italy map. Right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. All that's left are like the special challenge races, right? Yeah, look at this Drift Master event. Score to beat 950,000, right? So now you just better be really, really good at knowing how not to hit walls if you want to actually stand a chance at succeeding. You know, I tried one of these time attack events, and yeah, the time requirements are as stringent as you expect them to be. Well, alright. We have managed to get through two DLC zones tonight, so I think that's pretty good progress. So that means next week we can do Dom's Garage and Hangar 68. I might actually do those in reverse order, right? Just end it on a more epic note, but yeah. I think that has been a look at Acceleracers and Italy. Yeah, it's more Hot Wheels Unleashed, right? The new environment, new vehicles, more tracks, more places to kind of play with, right? A few new toys, so hey, it's probably pretty good, right? If you can get it as part of a collection with the rest of Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, it's like more bang for your buck, but yeah. Alright, why don't we conclude this with a little bit of gambling. We'll spend our... Really, just five wheel spins? Oh, okay. Better than nothing. I mean, hey, it's free, so can't complain. Ah, there's a Tankinator. Man, I want the Tankinator. There has to be a way to just, like, grind wheel spin tokens, right? Considering there are, like, certain cars that you seem to be only able to get this way. Kind of bummer if you, like, ran out of wheel spins and were not able to get any of the exclusive cars anymore. Oh my god, is that a hot dog vehicle? Oh my god, please. At least give me the hot dog vehicle. If nothing else, give me the street wiener. Yep, of course I just get an upgrade point. Alright. Well, let's see what's in the shop real quick. Maybe I can fill out my collection this way. So I got so much money now. Is that a Snoopy car I see? Well, we'll get there. We'll pick that up. Oh, wait. I see a street wiener. After complaining about not getting it in the wheel spin, they just have it here. Alright, I'm glad they still have, like, some other, like, silly crossover stuff in here. Even if there's, like, no Street Fighter or Batman vehicles, at least they have Snoopy. And I got a hot dog car. Oh, it's in a balanced car, too. Oh, I already have a Tankinator. Okay, maybe it's a good thing I didn't spin that one then. I'll get the seared tuner. So we'll get that as well. And that one. Do I have the quad rod yet? I think I do, but I don't know. This looks like a pretty sick ATV. Oh, it's a delivery car. Oh, it's a time-a-taxi. Ah, alright, I see what they did there. Okay, I do own that one. The Aristorat. Alright, that's a good name. I like that one. And the 16 Angels. What's that a reference to? Okay, I already own that. Ah. Wow, alright. That has been a look at some of the Hot Wheels DLC. Next week, we'll go take a look at the Hangar 68 and the Fast and Furious, but I think that's going to do it here for now, so exit out, go back to chat.